of their concepts, and then how to really apply our defense to those concepts, and then get healthy. And I think those kind of things, and I think we've done that.
Talking with John Neal, he said that because Gary Patterson is a defensive-minded coach, he tries to take all the worst things a defense can face and put them on an offense. What are some of the biggest challenges, I guess, that TCU's offense presents for your defense?
Defense and the challenges versus the teams we've seen this year, pretty much the same. It's spread offense, making tackles in space, stay on top of vertical routes, accounting for the quarterback, and then pushing the line of scrimmage backwards, not letting people fall for an extra yard, 2 yards, 3 yards. And those are the same kind of themes that weekly come up.
John, how much of a difference do it make you guys defensively when you part of Charles in at safety?
I think the addition of Charles very significant for a couple reasons. One, there's a tremendous football player and great instincts, but number two, he has tremendous speed, and there's been some plays that he's been able to make that maybe someone that doesn't have his quickness and instincts may have not been able to make.
Have you talked with Levick at all about what kind of percentage Charles is going to be able to run offense versus defense?
No, that's we never really talk about that. We practice Charles hard on defense, and he meets with the offense, at different times. And then when they need him, they grab him and he goes over, and then he comes back, and we put him back in, and we keep rolling.
Did he bring a different attitude to the defense at all? Maybe a little more swagger to it or anything?
No, I think Charles brought speed, great instincts, and then Charles does bring a certain toughness. Because you see him, and he's not a big guy in stature, but his heart and his whole body is just freaking hard. And when you have guys that play like that, they're inspirational to everybody else on the team.
Do you think there will be any process of recruiting him back to defense next year, or has he really found a home there?
We're focused on TCU, and after TCU we'll go to winning conditioning, and then the bargaining will start for Charles.
Can you take us back to 2013 Alamo Bowl? Nick leaves, announces he's leaving. Obviously, you get announced, fairly shortly thereafter. You said it was kind of emotional because you'd known Nick for so long. What was that like that week, not knowing kind of where this defense would go with Nick leaving?
We didn't think twice about it. I mean, at that time, it's kind of like the Charles question. We were going to coach hard through that game, and then, Coach Helf said, after we got done with the game and got back, he'd start to sort it out, and we just took our marching orders and moved forward the game plan.
How quickly did you put your hat in the ring? Do you remember kind of saying, "Hey, this is something I'd like to do"?
Gosh, I don't. I think when you have a lot of assistants, some guys that have been in the program for a while, I think when someone leaves, you're always wondering if, maybe you're the next guy, maybe you're not. And I think no matter where you're, Oregon or wherever you might be, I think that's kind of a natural thought. Sure. But in terms of when I tried to, I don't remember all that.
You got a guy on your staff, Sean Young's been around you for a while. Mm-hmm. What does he kind of do for you guys, and what does he bring that's unique?
Well, Sean's an assistant. He does a nice job with the kicking game. He's tremendous with communicating with the players. I mean, he has a very likable, favorable disposition, and he's extremely smart. He's a really intelligent coach. He's, when he gets his shot, he's going to be really good.
Did you help recruit him here? I think he'd been recruited here.
I helped recruit him to defense.
Okay.
Yeah. He was here as an equipment manager, and just kind of being around him and talking to him. This guy's pretty sharp.
Sure.
And so I tried to get him actually get involved with coaching.
Is it right that when he's in the box, he's listening to two headsets at the same time?
Yes, he works. He works with Coach Oz. So his primary job is organizing the special teams. Okay. And he gets everything organized, the scout teams, all of that, and then he kind of watches them during game day, and then we use him as much as we can on defense. And his primary responsibility on defense is working with Coach Aiken in the defensive line.
Okay. Does Josh Doxson compare to anyone you've seen this year?
Josh Doxson, if you look at the best receivers we've seen, he's another one of those guys. He's fast, he's big, he's strong, excellent change of direction. There's plays he'll catch a slant and plant, and the DB that's outside leverage will take a step and get by him, and he'll cross over and down the sideline, and then long touchdowns.
Have you guys been prepping as he's going to play this game?
Yeah, we haven't thought twice about it. He's their lead receiver. He has the most catches. He's dynamic, but they have a stable of very capable receivers. So we don't sit and go, well, this guy. It's more, if we need to double him, if we need to do something to a certain position, X or Z, you have to have a plan for it. Whoever happens to be there. Obviously, if he's there, we know that he's the go-to guy. But they have plenty of guys.
With Chris Cisse coming back against USC, how has that allowed you guys to move Tyree around within the defense?
The additional depth with Chris just allowed us to play more 5 DBs, to play more of our other packages, and that's really where it's been advantageous for us. And it was timely because all of a sudden, Jawan's playing well. The secondaries they've done a tremendous job because there's been a lot of injuries, a lot of different things happening, as well as our entire team.
Right.
You guys, unfortunately, don't talk about injuries, but a lot of things happen. But the added depth has allowed us to open up the playbook just a little more.
Were you surprised that he made it back?
Injuries are day to day. I had no idea what it was and what it is. I just know all of a sudden I was told that he's ready. Okay, let's try him.
Right.
Yeah.
With a guy who's like that, has a little more experience, do you feel like you can maybe use the front seven differently when you know a guy back there? Maybe you can be able to stay on his man or do his assignment, carry it out the way you want. Maybe you're a little more free with blitzing or pressure or anything like that.
What you hope is when experienced players return that whatever you plan is better.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So if it's just your quarter halves, then the cloud corner is supposed to reroute number one is better because of the veteran. That's what you hope. Whatever you're doing, it's now better. It's improved because you've added a person that has experience.
You get these guys for one more practice, and then they kind of on their own for a week. How much trust do you put these guys to make sure they're doing what they need to be doing until you reconvene?
We trust our kids, and that's the best thing Coach Helfrich does. We recruit the right kids to our culture, and those guys are going to do what they're supposed to do.
Anything else?